Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has been welcomed back into the fold of some Arab nations, having been shunned by most world leaders for more than a decade. His brutal crackdown on anti-government protests in 2011 triggered a civil war that is still ongoing. The conflict led to sanctions against the Syrian government by its neighbors and Western nations. But in recent weeks, fueled by a devastating earthquake, Assad has been rebuilding diplomatic ties and asking for economic reprieve.
Within hours of the earthquake taking place, there was a meeting of top-level Syrian officials in Damascus, and the idea was now we're going to leverage this at two levels. The first one, lobby against sanctions, for the end of sanctions, not just exemptions. And two, we're going to use it as a tool to sort of get our Arab neighbors or our other Arab countries to get closer to us.
Assad has shifted his image by walking the red carpet in Oman and meeting Egypt's foreign minister. The earthquake appears to have given him momentum as he seeks to reduce his isolation. In the past few years, the Syrian leader has beat back rebels with the help of Russia and Iran, both countries remaining key partners to the regime. Assad arrived in Moscow in March to hold talks with President Putin to develop cooperation between the two countries. Syria has been working with its neighbors to curb the rise of terrorist groups and the trade in illicit drug captagon. A deal is being brokered between Assad and some Arab nations, including Jordan, to help Syria more formally reintegrate. This could benefit the region for several reasons. Somalia's central government has struggled for more than a decade to contain terrorist attacks from Al-Shabaab. Libya has been in turmoil since longtime leader Muammar Gaddafi was overthrown in 2011. All of these diplomatic efforts come against the backdrop of the long-drawn-out civil war, which spanned out 12 years, resulting in hundreds of thousands of people dying and creating the world's largest refugee crisis, according to the United Nations. However, even as Arab countries bring Assad back into the fold, convincing the West to ease tension will be more difficult. While the UN has stated that the status quo of isolating Syria cannot continue,
there needs to be a coordinated international effort in support of this, with all key players working in a coherent effort.
The long-drawn-out civil war and its resulting humanitarian crisis have made it challenging for Western nations to forgive and forget. The recent diplomatic efforts made by Assad to reintegrate into the Arab world have created new opportunities for Syria and its neighboring countries to collaborate and tackle regional challenges. However, there are still many hurdles to overcome before Syria can fully reintegrate into the international community. For Mweu TV, my name is Sharon Mweu.